I tried to make a Guilty Gear tier list, but life happened and I had to delay it for a while because Venom was going to release. So now I have time. I'm home alone, so fuck it, I'm gonna do one. There are gonna be a few rules. One, this is my opinion. If you disagree, cool, but for the love of God, do not harass me over it. I know different opinions are scary, but do not fucking dox me over this shit, please. I guess I also have to explain the tiers. This is for characters that are either repeats or I have generally no idea about. Like, good example would be Order Soul is just Soul again. Where? Yeah, there. And so I think the same shit applies to Soul. If Soul F is for characters that I truly do not like at all. All D tier are for characters that I still dislike, but they have some saving grace ish. C tier is, well, the tier kind of says it all. Well, they exist. They're characters that I don't really despise, but I don't really give a shit either. Snap them out of existence and I won't care in the slightest. B tier is, they're fine. They have issues here and there, but generally I'm sort of fine with them. A tier is for characters that I actually like. A plus can be best summed up as honorable mention S tier. There are characters that theoretically could be chucked into S tier, but I usually have one or three problems with that I can't overlook. And S tier, their problems are at best nitpicks, at wor- oh wait, was it the opposite? At worst nitpicks, at best nothing. Yeah, at worst they're nitpicks, at best they have no problem. And I'll be also be mentioning only the main roster effectively from Plus R, Exerd, and Strive. Those are the only three games I'll be sort of mentioning ish. So no Fanny, Izuno, or Dr. Paragram, but I will be mentioning Lucy and Unica, because they're in the games that people actually play. Hey. I guess I'll just shut up with the rules and start rating. Saul Goodman. Soul's fine, I like him enough. He's the main character, so I don't think you can fuck him up that badly. Oh wait, I also need to explain what am I going to be rating them. It's mostly going to be character, it's going to be design, personality, gameplay, hey, theme songs, and story in that order-ish. Design's pretty solid, all three were pretty good. I'd say Plus R had the best. Exord had the worst, mostly due to the fact that I do not like Exord's hair in the slightest. Character-wise, I like him. He's a nice contradiction. Where it's like, yeah, he's the main character, but he absolutely does not want to be, and all he wants to do is just ride wife and live in peace. Which, fortunately, he did. After faking his death. Back on point. Story-wise, yeah, like I mentioned before, it's pretty good. He's the main character, so you can't fuck him up that badly. Theme song-wise, it's a bit weird. I'd say Strives, Find Your One Way, and Ride the Fire are great, but Give Me a Break and his Plus R theme song are just okay. The main problem I easily have with him is that I do not like shouters from a gameplay perspective. They're just way too boring to both play and watch. I can kind of get it as like a secondary main or like a counter pick, but as your main characters, like I play Saul Goodman and Kai Kisuke. No? Like there's a fucking mattress and a guy with a Glock. Look, yet you picked the gorilla and water. Why? Ugh. I don't like shouters from a gameplay perspective at all, but still, I'm fine with him. I like him enough. The character that I had the most conflicting opinions for a while. He used to be right around here, then he was here, now he's, I guess, a side grade to Soul. I'd say that Kai has a better story and theme songs than Soul, but a worse gameplay, design, and personality. See. His story is pretty good. He goes from unhinged racist to depressed puppet king. No, it was unhinged racist. Then after sleeping with DB, he then becomes not racist, but depressed. Yes. Then he becomes a depressed puppet king. And then he becomes a king. Da-da-da. Theme song wise, all of them are pretty good. But Holy Orders to Just Be Dead is great. Great. Magnolia Elcar is pretty good. Holy Orders 3, which is when Exard Kai loses his ponytail, is meh. Right? No, it wasn't. Roar the Spark. Yeah, Roar the Spark and Strive is really good. Good. Design wise, I find them just to be a little bland. I'd say Plus R is the best one again, mostly due to the art style. Well, Exard's fine, and Strive's looks a little too plain. Gameplay wise, I don't like Shoto's, but his is in a weird direction where they try to make him more gimmicky, but they always failed. Like, Soul not having a gimmick makes sense. He's canonically, incredibly strong, but notoriously lazy. So him not having a gimmick, or the best gimmick he gets, is the clean hit mechanic, where he tries slightly. Makes sense, and all that jazz. With Kai, none of them really make sense. In Plus R, he didn't have a gimmick. He was the only one with no real gimmick. Even Plus R Soul had the clean hit mechanic. Exard was Grinders, where he could amplify all of his projectiles. Yes, that does include his super one as well. Anyone who has fought Exard Kai can tell you he is a miserable one to fight. Especially since his main Nender also gave him a grinder and a hard knockdown, which was fun. It failed by being way too oppressive and not really super experimental. While Strive was just too plain, the entire mechanic of Strive Kai was just electrocuting you to fuck with his frame data. It made some more plus, it made some safe. That snazzy jazz. It was just way too plain for me. And his personality is also meh. Yeah, cool. Fucking somewhat sane-ish man. But compared to Soul, he's pretty lacking. I still do like him, you know. I'll probably change him at the end, but whatever. I'll probably be changing to where placement is. For now, it's low to bottom A tier. Just a quick heads up, this is the only F tier character. Because, oi! There is a lot of things that I do not like about Mei. And the things that I do somewhat like have a catch. I'd say her best design is easily Strive's. If they gave her pants. Just, why the shorts? Why? They don't look good. The hoodie looks really good, but the shorts don't. It kinda makes sense. Yes, but no. No. Gameplay wise, I'd say Exard is the best out of the three. But, why would I play Mei? Exard Mei, when Exard, Venom, Dizzy, Bedman, and Raven exist? Why? Mostly the fact that her personality kinda sucks. She, if I remember correctly, she tries to play off the whole, I guess, very cutesy, oomphy shit. But it just fails. Mostly due to the fact that Elfelt's existence sort of nullify anything that she tries to do. Yeah. Elfelt is just a better Mei in every single fucking way. Except for maybe Strive's gameplay. That is it. Uh, her theme songs are in a bit of a conundrum, where it's like very good in theory, but in the context of Guilty Gear, they kind of suck. Like, Disaster of Passion is, I think, the best out of the three, but even then, Strive's soundtrack has stuff like Roar the Spark, A Tenth of Myself, Elf, Mirror of the World, Ups and Downs, Radiant Dawn, I guess I'll be using you, The Circle, Drift, and The Gravity. Yeah, that's not a good matchup. Exort is meh, and Plus Stars barely exists. Yes. In fact, the main thing that always sort of shocked me when I was learning the series was that May. I thought that May appeared in like Strive or whatever, because she doesn't really look like it, like a Guilty Gear character to me. So come to my shock that May has been a part of the main roster since 1998. Huh? What? Huh? Huh? What the hell? Oh, god damn it! 1 sec. My cat wants to be in my closet. Get in. There we go. Anyway, back to May. May. Yeah, I don't like May in the slightest. Just fucking snap her out of existence already. Please, Daisuke. I don't want her. I think I probably end this quickly by saying that I feel like May has a really big fan base, but that's mostly due to social media. I think May, Bridget, ABBA, and somewhat Viking can have this sort of really big fan base, but only on social media. There are not that many people that I know play these characters. From personal experience, I have seen more Leos than I've seen Bridgets, which should not be possible. Anyhow, yeah, I don't like May in the slightest. Milia, she's fine. I find her a little bit boring in some places. I like her gameplay. Hey, I do like the gameplay of Milia being like this blender, but a certain German and Angel steal her mechanics and do it 10 times better. Or mostly by being more gimmicky. I do find her personality a bit boring, but it does kind of make sense from the context of her story, which is like, yeah, she's an orphan who also was in a weird relationship with Zato. Then Zato went insane, and then she left him after he tried to convince her to kill a fucking child. Then shit happened, and now she's in a off and on again relationship with Zato. I think I'll touch on that on Zato's segment because it's always been the thing that bugged me about his story. Anyway, all three designs are pretty good. Her theme song's also pretty good. I'd say Lily of Steel is the best out of the three, while Ride in Pain is the worst. Yes, I know Love's the Subhuman Self is really good, but it doesn't just click with me that well. Well, overall, I'm fine with her. She has a few issues. I already mentioned I don't like her personality a lot, but she's fine. I'm fine with her. Yeah, A+ easily. Zato. To me, he has only one issue, which is that story during Exord/Strive is iffy. So let's just first get rid of those and just run through the story pre-Exord, which I think is pretty good. But he goes from an orphan adopted by Slayer to then trying to get power while at the same time sleeping with Milia. Then he sells his soul to a bioweapon /demon named Eddie. Then he goes batshit insane, tries to convince convince his lover, Milia, to kill a child. She says, no, and you're getting arrested. Bye. Then he goes even more insane, tries to kill her. Then Eddie... where he is? Ah, there he is. Eddie tries to take over. He then begs Milia to kill him. She does. Then Eddie pulls a weekend at Bernie's. He's on Zato. Tries to find a new host before Milia convinces Eddie to just let go. You lived a pretty fucking weird life. Like, you're scared of dying? You just did the most batshit insane stuff in a week. And then Eddie died with Zato. Then they went to hell. Then they got resurrected. Then we're in Exort, where it's good in theory, just weird execution. He gets resurrected, but thanks to the resurrection being a botched one, he ends up having no emotions at all. He feels literally nothing. No happiness, no anger, just empty. Cool. The only one he can feel emotions around is Milia. Okay, that could work. Then he breaks out. Then he'll defend Milia forever. And now in Strive they're back together? I don't know. That was fast. Could have liked a little more build-up, but okay. Though him throwing a childish tantrum over not being Slayer's favorite student kind of makes sense when you actually think about it. He's basically a new person. But that's kind of his only issue. Everything else I really love. First off, he's a fucking JoJo character. Who funnily enough, is actually voiced by two JoJo characters. Matt Mercer, aka Jotaro in English, and Dio's voice actor, who I fucking forgot his name. God damn it. Anyway, gameplay is really good. The puppeteer archetype was always an archetype that I really liked, but I could never really learn. Oh well, I'll stick to weird set play characters like Badman and Arakune. Whew. I actually do like his personality because they fully play into the fact that this man has no emotions. They fully play into it. Where it's like, oh no. His reaction to like Heavenly Potemkin Buster was like, oh no, whatever shall I do? Like they go fully into the physically and mentally dead side. They go full force in it. I'd say also that theme song wise, Plus R is the weakest out of the three. Feel of Fear is meh. The intro sounds horrible as well. But Black Blank Blah 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 and Let Me Carve Your Ray are really good. Overall, really fucking good character. Now give him a buff, please, without trying to break him. Huh. You're in a weird conundrum. There's a part of me that wants to dump him into C tier, but another part of me that's like, I'll keep you at the bottom of B just because your design is pretty good. All three of his Potemkin's designs are decent, I'd say. Hey, I'd say Exart is the best. I think I'm supposed to do it with art style. Like they still, like in Exart, they still sell the fact that he's massive, but not Strive where he's comically massive. Which does kind of make sense as he was born with something that basically made his upper body like really fucking big. Whatever. So, theme song wise, he's okay. Exart again takes the cake because Engage sounds great. But Plus R is this meh, and Armored Cloud of Faith is very coin flippy. Some parts, like the distorted vocals sounding like something out of a speaker, sounds really good, but in some parts it sounds terrible. Well, the two biggest problems I have with Potemkin are gameplay wise and personality wise. So as of recording, Potemkin is still in Strive, still considered to be like a top 5 character, but I also find him to be like one of the more boring top 5s. Nothing. When I heard they were gonna Giga buff him, I was thinking, oh, maybe they'll open new routes or whatever. Nothing really interesting they've been found, at least from what I've seen. He is really boring to both watch and play to me. Then again, my playstyle has always been, there's been characters in the style of Bedman and Orakune. So, yeah. So it could be due to the Giga buffing of Strive, but whatever. If you're not gonna nerf him, personally, just get rid of the super armor on Potbuster and maybe lower the guard crush on his on Garuda Impact. That's all you kind of have to do. Or hell, maybe even revert the Garuda Impact buff to make it an actual strike to be pushed back out. Do that, and I think you'll be in a good enough state. And personality-wise, which I feel they robbed him the most out of, because one of the main gripes I have with him from his personality is the fact that they don't focus on the other part. They focus on the fact that, yes, while he is a gigantic as fuck walking block of tungsten, where's the softie that likes to draw part? Why not have a taunt that has him pull out a piece of fucking... have him pull out a notepad and a pencil, have him draw how the opponent... and have him draw a pretty decent picture of the opponent knocked down. It'd be cool, it'll make sense for his character, because one, he doesn't want to fight you, but he only does it for democracy. So it'd be cool, but they didn't, and I feel bad about that. Overall, for now, he's like at the bottom of the tier, mostly due to his design saving his ass. I find him to be pretty boring overall, but not terrible. Chip, S tier easily. He has only one minor issue, and that is the fact that his gameplay is not gimmicky enough. That's it. And even then, I still like his gameplay. When I used to play TF2, I was mostly a scout main, so I'm obviously gonna like the fucking glass, well, death by 1,000 paper cuts glass cannon, or because I'm like Chip. Yep. Everything else is really fucking good about Chip. Yep. All three of his designs are great. I like Exarch the most because he looks like a punk rock singer. His story is the dumbest, yet also the most inspirational, as he went from coke fiend working for the mafia, to assassin, then on a revenge quest because his master, who saved him from the drugs, saved his ass. Then he learned his master was an assassin, or undercover assassin. Then he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna become the president. Then later on, then his soon-to-be best friend Anji tells him, you need to fucking run for candidate, and there's also most of the place don't have a president. Oh, I'm gonna go to Africa and become his first president. Fuck you. And then he did. And just to make sure, he hired Tax Boy McGee to do all the legal shit while he's out saving the world. And the funniest part is that he earned the respect of Waluigi, aka Gabriel. The man who, if I remember correctly, is a rival to Slayer. The vampire who can uppercut people out of galaxies. What? What? I mean, that is some fucking 10 out of 10 beautiful art, Daisuke. What the fuck? All three of his theme songs are also really fucking good. Sucker Sage is great, Flash Hider is great, Play the Hero is also really good. He's just such a likable character to me. And also his personality is pretty good, just that accidental, how do I best say it? he's the funny racist. Whereas, like, he gets a lot of shit wrong about Japan, but there's an actual in-game explanation because canonically Japan is a fucking crater. Because thanks to this fucking thing, Japan is now a crater. Just straight up a crater in the ocean. And to make sure that the Japanese don't go extinct, they basically set up breeding camps. What? So Chip being accidentally racist kind of makes sense because Japan is basically just a crater. He's just so funny. Oh, I love Chip. Wait, where the fuck? Oh, they got rid of Dr. Baldhead. Okay. Huh. That's interesting, because usually after Chip there was Dr. Baldhead. Or did I get rid of him? Hold on. No, they just straight up got rid of him, I think. No, they did. Yeah, they got rid of Dr. Baldhead. Wow. I guess it's kind of a conundrum since, well... No, I guess it's just the same shit over again since, like, it's heavily confirmed or implied that Faust is Dr. Baldhead, so it kind of makes sense. Anyway, yeah, Faust is an S tier because he is really good. He takes all the pros of Chip and just fixes his gameplay. I love all three designs, or four if you're counting Dr. Baldhead. He had the goofy, like, Mary Poppins of Plusar and Exar to the creepy yet still helpful Silent Hill-esque of Strive. His personality is all great, from murderous serial killer in the first game, to funny, goofy doctor in Plusar, to still funny, goofy doctor who's out for blood against Zato because I believe Zato killed his patient, to now, like, man holding it together, yet still trying to be as helpful as he can and strive. Story is also fantastic. He goes, so, how'd it go? He used to be a absurdly good doctor who had like 100% success rate. Then he tried to operate on a little girl but then he botched it. He went insane, killed a bunch of people. Then the ghost of the little girl forgave him. Then he decided to abandon his old identity, then become Faust, heal as many people as he can, try to find out what the fuck is the problem with Zappa. Cause he was possessed by a boatload of ghosts. Then in Exart, he learned that Zato was hired to kill the little girl because he was by the Illuminati because he was going to discover resurrection. He nearly snapped and tried to kill him before realizing, you're not the same Zato as before. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to kill you. I still don't like you, but I'm not going to. I'm a better person. I'm a doctor. Fuck you. And then in Strive, he basically nearly kills himself, well, by trying to save the small girl from blowing up a country. Yeah. That's somewhat inaccurate, or somewhat accurate retelling of Faust. Yeah. His gameplay's really good, where he's like, he's still like a mid to long range zoner, but his entire mechanic is just chuck out a random item, hope to God that it does something well. You know, from banana peels, vials of poison, miniature versions of himself, meteors, and in Exart he can. There's a lottery mechanic where he'll get an item on steroids. Like, remember the meteor shower? Yeah, now it's a giant meteor with the little Faust writing about. Yay! Anyway, hey, all three of his theme songs are really good. The original is great. The original is great, Destructive Goodwill is fantastic, and Alone Infection is one of my favorites from Strive. Overall, he's really fucking good. I love it. I love this man. Top 5, maybe top 4 for me. The first character I picked up when I played Strive. To put it bluntly, I love his personality. Don't like his gameplay a lot. All 3 of his designs are I'd say Plusar had the best out of the three. Strive's just felt like a watered down version of Plusar, and Exarch was definitely not good. Gameplay wise, it's a bit weird, because on the one hand, he has a lot of like really cool combos. On the other hand, he doesn't click for me. Like, yeah, cool one vision combos, or oh shit, this weird combo in Exile where you can use his stance to harass the opponent for a while. No, I prefer zoners in the style of Bedman or Faust, where it's like really weird with some flash combos thrown in there, of course. Personality is great. He's just a goofy man who can destroy the universe thanks to his time powers. I won't be touching upon his story because one, it's connected to Eno, and second, it's timey-wimey bullshit, which I'll probably fuck up, but which I'll A, cover in Eno section, and B, probably fuck up. But yeah, timey-wimey bullshit story. And his theme songs are okay. I'd say Exarch is the best out of the 3, because it's a remake of his first theme song, March of the Wicked King. Strive is okay, and Plusar's is meh. Overall, I like him. Him as a character, there are some fuck-ups here and there. Now he's I probably have to order this eventually, but I'll figure out later. I have no fucking clue about Cliff, man. I genuinely don't have one. Cause like, he only really appeared in one game, and that was kind of it for at least like a story perspective. Like, there was nothing after the first game. Sure, there might have been some like, I guess, prequel stories in Plus R, but that was it. He never really played a real significant part of the game after the first one. Like, sure, Justice appeared in 2 of them as well, but she played more of a story because she was the wife of Soul. So she had, like, at least something. Anyway, the best I could say is his theme song sounds like something out of Dungeons and Dragons, and his kid is awesome. Speaking of Testament, yes, one issue I have with is the fact that I don't like the gameplay in the slightest, in Strive specifically. Plusar is really good, Strive is not really good. They are trying to spice it up a little more with how the cursing mechanic works, but with all the shit you could throw out in Plusar, it's not as flashy. Everything else is really good though. Design, both are really good. You got a edgy as shit emo kid from Plusar, and a un momento. Back. Emo kid in Plusar to weird androgynous top hat wearer. Personality is also really good. In Plusar, they what was it? Yeah, in Plusar they were a incredibly, like, really. What was the word I'm looking for? Ah, yes, very racist towards humans. I mean, due to the fucking PTSD they suffered thanks to the war. There go. Thanks to the war, they got severe PTSD, violently defended Dizzy from any intruders, and didn't trust humans. Because Justice committed war crimes, and one of them was forcefully turning them into a gear. Yeah, that's fun. And then Strive, they realized, hey, wait a minute, Justice is dead, Dizzy is happy, I'm in a pretty good spot. Fuck it, I'm gonna pull a Snoop Dogg and do as many fucking side quests as I can. Like, if you look at the hobbies of fucking Strive Testament, it's shit like it was building model robots and watching B-movie of sharks with a lot more thrown in there because, fuck it, they just want to enjoy life. And both their theme songs are really good. I love Bloodstained Lineage. I also really like a Weed Naturally. Really, they're both really good. I especially love the sort of like the very depressed anger you can hear in Bloodstained Lineage. I love that. Overall, they're just pretty fucking good. Could have wished they were more, I guess, unique in Strive, but since from what it looks like they're giving back special moves or giving them new or old special moves in Strive, I could see them getting, well, maybe the nets, not the trees, maybe the nets, hell, maybe even that teleport or that teleport counter. Fuck it, why not? Oh, Justice, you're in another conundrum as well. One thing out of the way, I think she has one of the best designs in the series. Period. I think Justice is one of the best looking characters in the series. Hold on, there it is. Just look at this design! The fucking robot, like that very like mechanical looking robot with the hair, the claws as well, but the hair sort of adds like the hair looks very like real / human like the fact that she has fucking thrusters on her, even though some parts look like very she's very biomechanical, I believe is the word. She's a very biomechanical looking character, and I love that. Her story is also pretty good since this is Soul's wife. Very long story that I might fuck up. If I remember correctly, Soul and Ariel, I guess Justice, lived very happily. Then she got super AIDS. Then her autistic friend Asuka was like, "Alright, I'll turn you and your husband into the new Adam and Eve, a new species, if you will. Want that?" No. Why? No reason. She was secretly pregnant with Dizzy. You know what? I'm just gonna put you in cryosleep, modify your body while you're asleep, and modify your boyfriend's body while he's still awake. But anyway, I'm gonna just cryosleep you and modify your body later. Wait, what? Then, after Asuka shenanigans, she wakes up, her power level is too high, and she accidentally blows up Japan. Oops. And the worst part is that was the first thing she saw when she woke up. Was her firing her laser into Japan. Oops. Anyway, she then sees that. She then somehow develops another personality or another soul? I don't know. I think it was a split personality named Justice, who then takes over and basically reenacts World War II, but for 100 years instead, and on humanity, aka the Gear War, I think it was called. No, it was... Fuck, I forgot the name. The 100-year-old war that ended with gear racism. Her personality is fine. I mean, she's the big she's like this fucking holier than thou demon that hates humanity, but does admit whenever they're really good ones, like fucking Cliff, who threw hands with her for 10 days straight, and then he died out of exhaustion. Justice didn't kill her. He's like fuck you, I'm gonna die on my own. Ah! Anyway, the biggest problem I have with Justice is her gameplay. Good lord, I hate it so much. One, she has a slow, if not slower than Potemkin. She barely has any movement that isn't tied to a meter. Like, at all. If you want to move, it's either you slowly hover to them, or you spend meter to either use that shitty insult to give yourself, like, 3 air dashes, or 2, force break tackling them. Force break to tackle them. Even then, even if we're not counting the movement thing, she is a very I need you not. You remember Season 1 Chaos? That's her in a nutshell. Season 1 Chaos with some other things. It could be from personal experience, because a lot of the justices that I fought were very nuke happy. Though then again, once I got the sword, they went from very nuke happy to crying in the corner. Anyway, okay. Yeah, and her theme song isn't really good. I find it to be the most forgettable in the series. It was something called Hold Back? Was it Hold Back or Don't Let Go? Oh no, don't remember it in the slightest. Overall, I'd say she's a very mid to high B tier just because of that design. But of a lot of the other things is definitely holding her back. Baiken is weird. So, there's a few issues I have. But first, the few things. One, all 3 of her designs are pretty good. Good. Plus, always, I think the best out of the 3, just it looks really good. Hold on. Sorry, badass reflex. Plus, our Baiken looks really good. Especially the hair, the claw as well looks really good. Just overall, that design looks killer. Strive and Plus R are pretty good as well. Though there are a few minor issues I have with Strive and Plus R. Most notably, her hair and Strive's boobs. Hear me out. Exart and Strive's hair look like bushes just stuck on her head. They look like giant bushes. They're not like very wavy and flowy. It just doesn't look good. It kind of makes sense that she's like canonically like what, homeless? So it kind of makes sense that her hair is just this fucking big in Exart and Strive, but like it still doesn't look good. And Strive's boobs are in a weird conundrum, or no, not a weird situation where it's like in game they look fine. In the artwork they look like balloons. Like they straight up like in the artwork they look like balloons stuck to her chest. But in game they look actually not that bad. They look pretty good. Oops. Anyway, a weird nitpick aside, but I still like the designs. Personality is pretty good, just that she goes from bloodthirsty psychopath and out for revenge to still out for revenge but more tolerant of people, and Exart to be more of a wise mentor figure, and Strive who still smokes like a bitch. Biggest problem is easily her gameplay. It's a weird it's also another weird situation where it's like, while I don't like Strive getting rid of the very defensive, like getting rid of her, well, I guess dumbing her down in Strive, I also didn't really like the gameplay in Exort or Plus R in the slightest. it was way too like turtly. Like it pretty much forced you to play a very like I guess turtly situation. Where it's like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. She's a defensive character in Exort and plus R, but like she wasn't really aggressive. And that's also a thing that bugged me. Why did the bloodthirsty, almost out for revenge, almost psychotic like plus R bike can be very defensive, yet the very calm mentor-esque Strive Biken was very aggressive? Shouldn't it be swapped? Exort is the only one that really made sense from a gameplay perspective because it was a mixture of both. She was still aggressive and not tolerant of people, but not as aggressive? I don't know. It's just weird. Her theme songs are also pretty good. Especially Rokumon. I love that one. It sounds like something out of the Doom sound. It sounds like something out of 90s Doom. Like, just throw it. Like, just listen to this while you're playing, like, the first Doom game, not 2016, the original, you know, and it'll probably fit in complete and totally naturally. Overall, I'm fine with Viking. I like her just enough. Anji is, I guess I'd throw you right around here. I'd say Anji is a better Viking, not better Viking. A side grade? Yeah, fuck it, side grade. I'd say he has a better personality and design overall. Which is saying something because I really like Plus R Biken, especially in the design department. But his gameplay is a bit iffy. Is that there's things that I like from either game, but there's things that I don't like about them as well. Plus R, I like the fact that I had a lot of options to smack the opponent with the guard points, but I hate the fact that I had to basically guess which move had the guard point. Shy has the opposite issue. I like the fact that the game tells me that I fucking blocked the attack, or just dance right through it, but I hate the fact that I only have one option, or two options, which is dance right through it, or smack them with your fish. Fuck my throat. Anyway, personality is great. He's just a fun-loving dumbass who flirts with anything that moves. Asuka, flirt. Biken, flirt. Ground, flirt. Chip, brain dead homie. Me. Ow. What else to mention? It's fucking difficult to remember shit when you're freestyling it. Oh yeah, his theme songs. Rock Parade is really good. Fuga's okay. Biken has the better theme songs. Fuck, I also need to order. Biken bottom here. Axel here. You fucking C tier. You're in C tier now. Fuck you. Top of C tier, to be more accurate. Venom. The reason why I had to delay this so many times. Ugh. I am so glad that I delayed this a lot and procrastinated, because now we get to talk about Venom a lot. But he is perfection incarnate. Venom is amazing. All through this design, really good. Personality, the contradiction, the fact that he's an assassin, so that can barely tell himself to lie, and barely likes to kill people. Gameplay, one of my favorite styles of gameplay, which is just play very, I guess, generically until you get one thing up and then just smother the opponent like a motherfuck. Story goes from a blind subject, Zato, to thinking for himself thanks to Robokai, to then just becoming Batman and to then becoming Batman with Robokai as Robin. Yeah, sure, fuck it, that works. Surprisingly, it also makes sense since in Exarch, thanks to him faking his death by sheer dumb luck, he said, "I'm gonna protect this city," and that was not a joke. That was a fact. And now you have Venom. Who would be his Catwoman? Or I guess Catman, since he's heavily implied to be gay. And I guess what would be what style of Robin is Robokai? Kai. Dear Lord, my throat is dying. Oh yeah, all three of his theme songs are really good as well, especially his new one, A Tent for Myself. It is just nearly 6 minutes of Venom. No, Call Shot is great, and A Solitude that asks for nothing in return is also pretty great. Overall, he's like top 2, maybe top 1. No, he's top, at the bare minimum, top 3. Maximum, top 1. One easily for me. Oh, and maybe I should go a little more in depth in this gameplay. You just get to you creative as shit. You get to be as creative as you want. Set up one ball. You do whatever the fuck you want. He is so cool. Johnny. I'd say around here. So Johnny is weird. Like, he's one of those like side characters that you're just happy to see, which I think he does well. Well, he does have a few issues. His gameplay is a bit iffy for me. On the one hand, I like the mechanic being based around misfinder, where it'd be slicing cards or him being able to amplify it. What I don't like is his mobility, in the slightest. I don't like it. It feels super janky. And unlike Batman, who, yeah, he had a step dash effectively as well, he had at least an 8-way air dash that felt fast. His feels, everything about him just, from a movement perspective, feels janky. Personality, he's just anime Johnny Bravo. You can't go wrong with that. Though I do like the fact that while May has a giant crush on him and wants to fuck him, he absolutely does not want it in the slightest. He just like, yeah, May, I totally want to go out with you. I don't think she realized that I see her as a family member, rather than a possible love choice. No thanks. I prefer women that aren't family, please. May, please stop. Well, it's also sort of implied the fact that Johnny is a crippling gambling addict to the point where May basically controls all his money, and the reasoning why he has to go with cards is one, it looks flashy as shit, and second, because May took all of his money. But you know what? Fair, he's a crippling gambling addict. Take away his money. All three of his designs are fine as well. Barely anything has changed about his design. It's still fine. What else to mention? Oh yeah, his theme songs. How do I best say it? Liquored, Bored, and Drunk? Great. Just Legan? Also great. Original Bet? Very inconsistent. That's really inconsistent to me. Some parts makes me want to kill myself because of how bad they sound, but some parts sound really good. Like, what, the intro sounds horrible with a nail-scratching guitar, but in the first to second, like, during the first or 1 to 2 minutes in, it sounds pretty good. Like, it's very inconsistent to me. Overall, he's fine. I like him. I'll probably add more characters to be. It looks like Millius at the bottom, but I'll fix that later. Oh, you. My original least favorite. Lovely. The one thing that is actually saving her is surprisingly her gameplay of all things. While she is very gorilla-esque, I suppose, The mechanic of being able to amplify your not your projectiles, your specials is really good. I like it. Especially when you get stuff like the blue dragon kick, it looks really cool. Everything else, I don't like the design. Well, much more accurately, Plus R's design is okay, but Exart art style makes her look like a plastic doll. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting of Exart Jam. She looks like a plastic doll for me, and I don't know why. That's the vibe I'm getting with it. Yeah. Anyway, personality is horrible. She is very loud, very annoying, and never shuts the fuck up. Her theme songs are only fine. Bao Bailnose is pretty good, but her Plus R one is meh. Her story, I could mention. Her story is a bit weird, because, like, she's a side character, so not that much, so you usually shouldn't care about the side character story, but it's pretty meh. Well, terrible, more accurately. If I remember correctly, in Plus R, she tries to drug Kai at one point and try to force him into working at a restaurant, which that was totally not good. And Exart, all she did was just go to, where the fuck is cum? There's cum. This bitch, give him rice and that's it. I don't know what Shrive's gonna do because as of recording, we're still in season 4, or I don't know. If I remember correctly, I think she once at one point tried to hit on Sin. I think. I can't talk about the story on Jam. I don't like. Overall, I just don't like Jam at all. Nothing really clicks. Next, I'm sort of glad that a lot of, I guess, newer and older fans are like, yeah, we don't really like her as well. She'll probably appear in season 5 eventually, but we're living the present, not in the future. My throat. Dibby. Easy S tier. Oh boy. She has one minor issue, and that's Strive's gameplay making her more keep away. That's it. And even then, it's a minor one because they still kept a very, like, smothering set play gameplay. Hey. I love her designs. All of them. Strive, especially, just making her look very, like, as the name says, queenly. Queen Dizzy. Yeah, she looks like a queen now instead of a dominatrix. I don't know. No, I never knew why they gave her Plus R Exo design look like that. Yeah, whatever. I still like that. Its personality is great. It's like she has the power to nuke a country by accident, yet she only wants to pet the cat and the dog. She just wants to live a peaceful life. Hey, good little Dibby. Good. I also really love the literal devil and angel of Necros and Undine. Where are they? Yeah, Necros and Undine. I'd say the previous versions where they actually, like, looked different, like in Exard, like the way they look like here, rather than Strive. I love the Exard, and I still love them, mind you, but I definitely prefer the older version where it's like they look like this, especially Necros. God, that design looks too cool. But I still love Strive Necros. Strive Undine is okay though. Anyway. Gameplay-wise, it's really good. I already mentioned my gripe with Strive, but they still kept the smothering of the fish, and only gave them, what? They gave her a mechanic of freezing. Just give me the bubbles and I'll be fine. And maybe the extra dash. Theme song, all 3 are really good. Off She is like the weakest out of the 3, but it's like 8 out of 10. Then One Dawn is one of my favorites from Exard, and Radiant Dawn is somehow an upgrade. What? I adore Dizzy, and I'm glad she's back, even if she's like considered to be the weakest character in Strive. Whatever, still love her. Another one of my favorites, and actually the first character that I actually saw in Guilty Gear when I was around 9 or 10. Wait, hold on. Quick context. I knew of the series since 9 or 10. It would be around the late Revelator, early Rev 2 era. That's when I knew it, but I didn't get to play it until Strive. Specifically, if I just pull out the achievements of all things, specifically around, yeah, the 10th of December, 10th or 9th ish of December. Anyhow, he was one of the first characters that I saw. Oh, does he still hold up? Yes. Yes. He has another minor issue as well, which is that after Plus R, I didn't really like his gameplay. No, I didn't love it. I liked it, but I didn't love it. And Strive, the obvious issue is no backdash canceling, but they gave him the ability to Kara cancel his teleport dash, which let him fling himself out. Like, Kara canceling gave you some momentum. His gave him a lot of momentum, so it turned stuff like K Mappa Hunch into a bootleg, like Super Mappa Hunch, or Dead on Time if you want to be accurate. His Exard gameplay is a bit iffy because on the one hand they didn't change a lot, but the things they changed sort of annoy me. They got rid of his raw overhead and replaced it with a hop. Well, backdash canceling didn't feel as fast nor responsive to me. I'd say Plus R is the best out of the three, mostly due to the fact of how much variety you had with the dandy steps and the follow-ups. You had at the bare minimum 4 dandy steps, with meter 5. And also, all of them had different follow-up. Well, not different, but they had follow-ups that were pretty interesting, like the raw overhead or strike into the delayed overhead, or crosswire heal in particular, which just fling the opponent, or my personal favorite, with Big Bang Upper. Trying to loop that into itself was certainly not optimal, but it was hilarious watching the opponent fly into space. Move to calculate where they're gonna land, do it again, repeat until you either end of meter or just cancel into pile bunker. Ugh. Design is great. Overall, Strive made it better somehow.
Oh?
All 3 of his theme songs are fantastic, with ups and downs being like my original favorite until Venom, until a 10th for myself. Oof. Ugh. Fuck, I need to catch my breath. Back up water, go. Ooh. Anyway, all 3 of his theme songs are fantastic. Jackadandy's great. Haven't You Got Eyes in Your Head is great. His personality is fantastic. Like this wise old man who can uppercut you from a galaxy. Wise old man who is strong enough to uppercut you to another galaxy. Yeah. Overall, I love this man, and I'm glad he's back. Just give him back backdash canceling, please. Another one of my favorites, and my main and plus R of all places. Zappa is fun. I love him so much. Hold on. Bad acid reflex, sorry. Back to Zappa. Design, not a good horror character, but a good JoJo character. He doesn't really look like a horror character to me, but it's still pretty good. Personality, so the entire point of Zappa is that he's just a normal man who was possessed by, if I remember correctly, a hellhound, a blind electric demon named Raul, Who, a sword that also reminds me of a razor blade. And three ghosts that can detonate themselves. And the woman from The Ring who has a massive crush on him, who both hates men and women. Men because she got screwed over by one. In fact, I think that's how she died. She got stabbed by one. And women because they're gonna take it. They're gonna take his precious. They're gonna take her precious. Yeah, I love him a lot. His gameplay is really good. Where it's like you have a stance character, or like a really gimmicky stance character, where it's like you go puppet, you go weird mid to long range disjointed 50-50s with sword, or tricky pressure with the ghosts, full runaway potential with having no summon, or delete the opponent's Hellfire with fucking what was it? Yeah, Raoul, and also on block as well because his chip damage was absurdly high. Alright. Anyway, yeah, his theme song is fantastic. Good Manners and Customs, yeah. Good Manners and Customs is fantastic. Overall, I just love him, and please bring him back for Strive, for fuck's sakes! Bring him back. And before you say, oh, they'll change his gameplay, look what they did to Venom. Barely any change. I have hope. I have hope for this man. Yeah, right around here. Hold on. Ino is a bit weird. I love her story. I like her designs. Okay-ish on the gameplay, and don't like her theme songs a lot. Her theme songs, aside from Requiem, are meh. Midnight Carnival and her Exarch theme song are okay at best, to forgettable at worst. Requiem is decent, though I never really feel like listening to it. All three designs are pretty solid, especially Strive's. Her personality is also pretty good, where it's like she's super, like, really horny, but also really depressed. And then we get to her story, which is really good, but also a mess to just try and structure. I'm probably gonna get a lot of things wrong, but I'm gonna try my best. So, from Ino's perspective, all she knows is she wants to be human, and she's a god, effectively, with time powers. She tries to make humanity a better future, which at one point ends up killing Kai, which drove Dizzy mad and basically became the new Justice. Then, Asuka, Raven, and I believe Anji sealed her away. Then Anji asked, okay, look, why the fuck is all this happening? We stopped global warming. We already know what to do if overpopulation becomes a problem with us sending people to the moon and other planets. We have really good energy thanks to magic. So what? Yeah, okay. Oh no, one country is using black technology. We have like nearly every single other place is using magic. So what? One country in the air, Zep, is using black technology. That doesn't matter. Why all of this is happening? We've basically found a cheat code to life. Why? Divine intervention, Anji. Oh. That sucks. Anyway, back to Ino. She breaks out, and then thanks to Jacko and Axel, she and Axel learn what they are. A mistake! Well, how do I best say it? Well, Axel is a mistake. Ino is weird. If I remember correctly, she is the desire of humanity's will for a better future? Sure. Then, they took Axel's girlfriend from a different timeline, fused her with that, but at the same time, Happy Chaos, or the original, was in the backyard. Yes, that's the name. Shut up. Saw that her potential power was too much. She took half of her power, but accidentally got locked in the backyard and accidentally got locked in the backyard for around 500 years, give or take. Which we already see what happened to him. She learns that and basically just snaps, and in Strive she restores her power to godhood with the help of Chaos, who basically played 5D chess at the same time. Then she went insane, tried to kill humanity, and then she got killed by Soul, who then proceeded to fake his death. Oh, and if you're wondering why Chaos was there, 1, he had half of her power. 2, he was basically playing 5D chess because Nago sensed weaknesses, so he just mind controlled it, and conveniently, Nago's mind control wore off. Anyway, gameplay wise, she's fine. I like it. The weird hover dash is pretty cool, but I don't know, it just doesn't click as much. I don't know why. Overall, I like her. Robokai. Yes. He is pretty much a personality / gameplay character for me. His design is decent. It's basically just Kai but robot. It's in the name. Theme song wise, I do not like Holy Orders with a question mark. It sounds terrible. Everything else is really good. Personality, perverted robot who thinks he's better than the original Kai, thanks to a bug in the system, who then later on helps Venom find a new purpose in life. Yeah. Anyway, gameplay wise, it's really good. He's basically a meter character, where it's like he has 2 bars you need to keep an eye on. His actual meter, because they did a thing where it's like he can amplify the specials, but they cost meter. So like, for example, level 1 rocket launcher doesn't do that much, level 2 and 3 does a lot. And then there's the other one, heat gauge. It, if I remember correctly, makes them stronger and faster at the cost of a chance of blowing the fuck up. Oh yeah, he can also delay his knockdown and basically call the opponent a racial slur. Probably. I don't know, it's Robokai. There's a high chance he's probably calling them a slur. I love Robokai, and I also love what they did with him in Try, which is just make Robokai Venom's Robin. Fuck it. Why not? And they still kept his personality nearly identical and the same. Hell, Venom's grab is a reference to Robokai's old super where he punches the opponent a fuck ton. And they even have him in Venom's old super. They even reworked Venom's super a little, where they made Dark Angel on the final hit of Dark Angel, have Robokai jump out and fire a missile. Oh, it's great. I love him. Holy shit, my throat is actually dying. Fuck. How many do I got? Good enough. You're just Soul. Sorry. Same shit applies to Soul, except for maybe better gameplay. You're a weird case. So, I have a weird thing with Abba. In theory, she's supposed to be at the bare minimum here. At maximum, she's supposed to be here. But issue is that I don't really care for her in the slightest. I like Crazy Girls. I like the design, both. I like the gameplay. Her theme songs are okay. I like Symphony enough, but the old one wasn't too. Plus our one was okay. The issue is that nothing really clicked. Like, generally, this is not like, in theory, I should like her, but nothing clicked with me. I found myself wanting more gimmick. I like the gameplay, but I found myself more attracted to characters like Zappa, Dizzy, and Venom. Her personality, while good, wasn't as good as like Johnny, Eno, or Robokai, right? Her design was good, but Justice does it better. Justice does design really good, but Venom's is better. Overall, she's a character that in theory I should like, but in practice is like a C tier character because nothing clicked. How the hell do you make a crazy girl not click with me? For fuck's sakes! Thanks. My fucking childhood crush was Bad Girl from No More Heroes. Yes, when I was 9, I watched No More Heroes. I think it may have had a bad effect on me. Ah, Shin. Yeah, throw him around. Hold on. Here, I throw you here. Ah, Shin or Sin. And Sin's good. But he is a nice, well, a nice secondary protagonist. Well, main protagonist now since Soul's, you know, retired. Or dead. Quotation marks. Works. I like. So there's some things that I like in Strive and some things I like in Exart. Exart had the better gameplay, but Strive had the better overall package. I like his gameplay in Exart because it's cool. The special canceling while having to worry about your food was good. Though I think Nago did it better. Strive had the worst gameplay, but overall felt the better package deal. I like the design more. His theme song is way better. I don't like Just Do It in the slightest. And his character, well, they're both the same, but I felt better in Strive. I don't know. No. I like the fact that... So, here's the thing with Sin. Sin is an idiot. Kind of. Oh. So, here's the thing. Sin... And I think you need the context from his story. So, at the time when Kai was dating Dizzy, Dizzy gave birth to Sin, who, if I remember correctly, came from an egg of all things, because gears are weird. He started to age a lot, but at the time, Kai was basically forced at gunpoint by effectively the Illuminati, to basically become their puppet king or die. So he became their puppet king and was like, Soul, I am too stressed. Dizzy locked herself away so she wouldn't die. Sin fucking hates me, and I'm having a mental breakdown. Please take him. Please. And Soul was like, fine. Whatever. And thanks to Soul being notoriously lazy, Sin was raised to be really good at fighting, and that was it. Also, reminder, gears age very fast. Yes. So by the time Sin was 1, he had the body of, I'd say around a late teen, early 20 guy. Okay. But he was still mentally around 9 to 10, I'd say. Mentally 9 to 10. Physically early teens. No, not early teens. Late teens, early 20s body. Yeah. The kicker was that Soul also didn't teach him a lot of things. But since Sin was also a child, he didn't get like sarcasm. For example, wanna know why he uses a flag? Because Soul told him sarcastically, go wave a flag. And he did. But he's not necessarily stupid. He's kind of those characters where it's like he's really dumb, but in some cases says the most genius shit imaginable. Perfect example in Isuka, aka that weird, like, MOBA. No, that wasn't Isuka. It was, what was the name? Fuck, I'm blanking. Hold on, it's in here. Was it Isuka? No, it was Overtune. God, why do we keep saying it's Isuka? Guild Gear Overtune, which is, fun fact, also the first appearance of Raven and Shin. And was appearance of this fucker, Dr. Paragram. The entire catch of Dr. Paradigm? I call him Paragram. Fuck it. Dr. Paradigm is that he's an insanely smart dragon who needs water to breathe. So what does Sin do? He just straight up asks him, hey, if you're like the best magician in the world, why the fuck do you need to breathe water? Why can't you just cast a spell to breathe air? And in Exart's story mode, you see Dr. Paragram walking around without his water bubble, and it says in his bio that thanks to Sin's genius, he he just made a spell to make himself breathe air. Genius! I love Sid. I could bump him up to A+, but I don't like his gameplay and strive at all. No, Shotos are not that fun for me. There's like one Shoto that I actually do like, but that's mostly due to a different reason. You can probably guess, since I knocked Sol, Sin, and Kai down. You can probably guess who's the final Shoto that I actually like. Ah, Raven, my original main and exort before. 1, I dropped them because of Jam, and 2, because of a different character coming up soon. Raven's minor problem I have is his gameplay. Specifically is that, while I do like it, I would have preferred if they made him focus more on the sadomasochism. Well, they do, but I don't know. It just doesn't click as much as when I first played it. Like, the more I kept playing Exord, the less and less fun I was having with him. Like, it was still fine, but he wasn't as, like, really fun when I played him for the first time. But I still love the man. And his design's great. I love the fact that the spike in his head is really good. His story is pretty interesting as well. It's like, he's this 1,000-year-old German sadomasochist who tried to help humanity, but ended up being taken for granted and was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna watch you guys suffer, see ya. Until Mr. Autism basically said, be the one, you have nearly true immortality. To the point where even Bedman might not be able to kill you. No, it was to the point where Bedman theorized the best thing you could do is destroy his soul, which even then might not put you down forever. Be the walking library of Alexandria. Be the man who saw everything raw. No bias, no bullshit, just pure fact. Got it? Yes, homie. Homie. Yes, my homie. Me. And I also really like the fact that despite him being a sadomasochist in battle, and I say sadomasochist because, well, his entire mechanic is either using his stance to get excited, or hurting you to get excited. I love the fact that while that's his battle personality, his actual personality is just a dead inside older brother to Jacko. He's a dead inside older brother who learns to be human thanks to Jacko and Ramathal, funnily enough. Fuck. Whew. Oh yeah, and his theme song's really good. Suki no Shihai is one of my favorites from Exert. Overall, I love the man. Bring him back in Strive, please. The second reason why I actually dropped Raven. I adore Bedman. And it's actually the main reason why I still play these games. You know what? I need to take a break. I am holding in piss. I'm holding in piss for like half an hour. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I'll probably cut something else.
1 minute later.
Hi, I'm back. Wait. Okay, I didn't turn on my mic. Anyway, back to Bedman. Yeah, I love this man a lot. Design, really cool, really interesting. The fact that he's nailed to a bed, yet he's smiling? Oh no. He's nailed to... The bed looks really cool, and it's also like hinted at the fact that it might not be just robotic. Stuff like how it has teeth, and saliva? Like it's super where it becomes a clock, has it open its mouth and drool on you. Ugh. Personality? You'd think for a man who only sleeps, he'd have no personality, but he surprisingly has a lot of personality. With a T. He is a cocky, logical, he's a very logical, egotistical man. Yet he's doing all of this because he wants him and his sister to live somewhat normal lives. How funny. Story's solid, especially if you're tied to Delilah's as well, with like he's doing all of this shit just for him and his sister to live somewhat normal lives. And then it turns out he was doing this for nothing. In fact, you know all the people he killed in Exard? Yeah, he remembered all of them. All of them. And was going to apologize to all of them. And when he learned that he was not, that he basically genocided people for nothing, you could see in his face where he starts to basically cry. And then he tried to kill the Pope because the Pope was evil. Where's Ariel's? There's Ariel's, the Pope, who was evil. One sec. After this, I need to drink some tea because I can feel my throat dying. Anyway, back to Bedman. And when he learns the fact that he was basically doing this for nothing, he looks genuinely sad and just tries to kill her, but ends up dying. So his final wish is to, one, give Delilah the ability to live a somewhat normal life, and heavily implied to possess the bed. It's implied, from what I heard, from what the developers say, they said it's part Bedman, part programming. Whatever. His gameplay is really cool. It's like you have a parry dash, you have an 8-way air dash that you can cancel into your normals if you know what you're doing, and then here's main mechanic Deja Vu, which whenever he does a special move, if you do the move, if you do quarter circle forward on either punch, kick, slash, or heavy slash, you do a move. Do a quarter circle back, you activate the seal, and it does basically opens up the door for the most random shit that could not work. It's great, it's unique, it's very gimmicky, and I love him. His theme song, Does the Sheep Count as Sheep, is dumb title, really good as well. Overall, I love this man so much. Top 2, or more accurately top 1, due to a technical. Ram is certainly a character. Oh, you are weird. So Ram has kind of like Sin, where it's like I like some parts in Exard, I like some part in Strive. I'd say Exard had the better gameplay, but yeah, I think a worse Sin would be a best description for me. Exard, Ram definitely had the better gameplay, easily. She, Testament, and Elfeld are the characters that I actively do not like from a gameplay perspective. Doesn't really, especially compared to the older one, no. A personal issue I had with Exard Ramapho was, how do I say it? I didn't like the design as much. I liked Strive's a lot more. The bandages look well. The fucking, I guess, it looks like a navy uniform. Like, the design looks better in Strive, Exard not as much. Her personality, kind of like Zato, she doesn't have one, but I get it. She is literally learning to have a personality. She didn't have one in Exard because she was meant to be basically a weapon. And so what does she do? She and Sin are learning to have a Sin is teaching her how to have a personality. See, stuff like look, le dog, and Batman killing her dog to show her that, look, dog, even if I kill this dog and make you a new one, you wouldn't like it. You want proof? See this dog? This is the same one. I don't like this one. Continue. It's not the same. It looks the same, but it... Why do I not like it as much as the original? It's the same one! Why? That type of shit, I like it. And apparently the easiest way to convince what's basically considered by some people the Antichrist, Burger. Fuck it! For the power of burgers and dogs. You're no longer the Antichrist. Fuck you. Her theme song in Strive is pretty good. Necessary Discrepancy is pretty good. 6 minutes of just weirdness. Her Exile theme song, Destructive Diva, was it? I think it was Destructive Diva. I don't know, hold on. Was it Destructive Diva? No, Diva of Despair it was called. Oh, I knew it was Diva something. It's alright, never really cared for it. Overall, I can see where Ram is going and I'm interested, but for now she's fine. She's okay. Elfeld, the opposite of Appa. In theory, I should not like her. I don't really, like I already mentioned this way back in May, how long? Oh. Yikes. Anyway, back in May's section where it's like, I don't really care for like cute, oofy characters. Elfeld is an exception because I don't know how, but they make her work. And I don't know really how or why. They just clicks. Elfeld just clicks a lot. I think it's mostly because the other oofy characters in Guilty Gear aren't as good compared to Elfeld. Well, because to me, Elfeld has a better design, character, gameplay, except strives, and theme songs. Maybe also story as well. Maybe also stories, which is, from what I remember, boils down to I am cringe, I am free, and I wanna get that BBC. I am cringe, I am free. Anyway, I'm gonna go get that BBC. That rolls off the tongue quite well. Anyway, both designs are great. I love the wedding dress and the I'm gonna say it, fat fucking tits in Exarch. And I love the Rockstar. I love the metal. I love the cinder crushing thighs and the fucking adorable Rockstar she has in Strive. Both look really good. Exarch gameplay is really good. I think. I find it to be pretty good. I didn't like Strive, so Exarch is probably is the better one due to the weird, just the 500 guns she has, like the shotgun, the pistols, the grenades, everything about it is better than the weird follow-ups she has in Strive. They don't make sense as much. Her theme songs are also really good. Extras is just a better version of Sin's Hourglass, and Marionette was originally my favorite from Exarch. Fuck, why am I saying Strive? It's Exarch. It's her Exarch theme was originally my favorite until One Dawn, Jackadandy, Suki no Shihai, Does the Sheep Count the Sheep, Destructive Goodwill, and Call Shot came to me. Overall, Elfield's a character that just works for me. I don't know why. She just works. Here's the show that I actually do really like. Mostly to the fact that they sort of retconned him in Stripe. Sort of. What I mean is, like, they kept a lot of things the same, except for his theme song in Hellfire, which basically is him admitting the fact that he's suicidal. And it's really interesting to me because it recontextualizes a lot about him. This super cocky asshole is just really depressed and wants to die. Even his gameplay. In Exarch, he was like, I am so good, I can fight you backwards. Whereas I didn't even have to look at you. While in Strive, it's more, please just kill me already, I want to die. Please. Because I want to die. Even without Strive retcon, I'd still say he's like the best out of the Shotos. Just because he just clicks. I love this man a lot. Both designs are pretty good. I'd say. Well, Exarch emphasizes the Leo part, while Strive made him more like a general slash king. I mean, his name is Leo. Where's the fucking hair? Or the mane, I guess. The mane. Where's the mane? Nah. Nah. I already mentioned his personality is great, especially with Hellfire Recon Come, 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 where's come? There. There. The reason that they're piloting this old man is basically because the clan didn't allow women to be leaders. So she was like, fuck it, I'll make a robotic version. I'll make a robot that I can pilot inside. I'll say it's like, hey, look, this is this. I know a cousin who can actually do this. I'll jump in him. They'll sense how absurdly high my tuning is, and they'll just let me pilot it without any problem. Yeah, I'm smart. Like the thing with how Johnny is one of the very few people who knows that Cum is a girl is interesting-ish, but I don't know. There's barely anything I hear about Cum. No negativity, no positivity. Like for every one, maybe two negative slash positive comments about Cum, there is nothing about. There's tons of people wait, you exist? I wouldn't be surprised if people, old and new fans of Guilty Gear, drop Cum in Season 5 and are like, wait, who the fuck are you? No, I wouldn't be surprised. Think about it. I guess the same thing applies to the answer as well. Oh, though I would say I like his gameplay slightly more than Cum's. The tuning ball is interesting, but the weird setups you can do with the cards is really fun. Just, there's nothing that really clicks with me with them. They feel too new, despite them being... Wait, when did Rev 2 come out? When? Yeah, 2017, so... Wow. They're 8 years old and no one remembers them. Wow. Wow. Cum and Answer don't have story significance, despite them being 8 years old. Wow. I guess I could tell you my opinion. They pretty much, they're the perfect example of a you exist character. I don't hate them, but I don't care for them in the slightest. Ugh. Oh hey, Nago. Yeah, he's an A+. Well, there we go. I love Nago. He was actually my first main in Strive until I dropped him for Bedman. Not the first time that has happened, where I dropped someone for Bedman. Yeah. Anyway, I like his gameplay. It's just a better version of Exarch Sins, because I feel like you need to think a little more, which or you have absurdly good normals and specials, but you can't go wild with your specials, or else you'll go into Blood Rage and basically lose the round. Or the entire match. I love his design a lot. He's basically just Wooly Versus with a mask. This is Wooly Versus if he was a Guilty Gear character. Anyway. His personality is okay, but when I'd say pre-Slayer and Elfeld, he was okay, but Slayer and Elfeld did help him in the personality department where, yeah, he's the super calm, collected, honorable warrior. Yet when Elfeld's around, he's like, oh my god, female, leave me alone. No. Fuck. Wait, what do you mean Faust ships me? What do you mean that the fucking doctor ships me with that gremlin? Fuck off. And Slayer's just... Okay, look, you and... Okay, yeah, I might regret you turning into a vampire. Sorry about that. Sorry that I turned you into a vampire and basically made life too easy for you. If you want to, you can fight me with Zato and compete for who is my favorite student. In reality, you're both my favorites. And I shall be there to guide you on your path. Oh, and what do you fight for is really good. Real fucking good as well. Yeah, there we go. Overall, I love this man a lot. He had... There he... Hit him out. Yes, I can speak. He, he has potential to be even better, but as of now, he's pretty good. I love him. Geo's a bit iffy. How do I best say it? I like Geo more in theory than in practice. The whole entire point of Geo is that she knows that she's not important. She knows that in this world of unhinged lunatics and gods, she's just a Latina with a dog. Okay. She's working for the president, yes, but like, that's kind of it. And she's fine with it. Hell, even Trigger is like, yeah, I know I'm not important. And I'm fine with it. I'm fine with not being important at all. Oh, I like it, but in the game it doesn't really click. Though she does, though I think it's mostly the fact that she and Goldilocks are too new-ish. They're 4 years old, but I don't think they had a lot of story significance. Though I do like the fact that despite her being incredibly horny towards a lot of men, the only man she does not sort of want to bang is Johnny. What? We're talking about the same woman who once straight up said, I am going to kidnap Leo. Yet she does not want to date Johnny. What? Sure, that can work. No, hold on, I'm getting a call. I'll be back. Give me about a minute or so.
1 minute later.
Hi, chimpanzees, I'm back. I had to just take a call. Sorry. Where were we? Oh yeah, Geo. I already mentioned I didn't like her. I liked her more in theory than in practice. Her gameplay's fine. She's very dry-ish. She did though, I kind of find it funny that they took... Look, Jam's mechanic of being able to void boost your specials and just gave it to Geo with only one change by making it to a dash rather than cards. I find that kind of funny. Nee. Anyway, overall she's fine. She's fine. Goldilocks. Yeah, the tier basically sums it up as he exists. I don't really care for him. I think he's also just too new as well. Well, his story is fine. I guess Bridget sort of slightly saves him, but that's a whole nother thing. But what else to mention? Design's fine. His gameplay's okay. Despite him being the top tier menace, I barely see him at all. Like, him, May, and... Fuck, what was it? Him, May, Pot, despite being top menaces, I don't really give a shit because I find them way too boring as characters as well. Well, like, I've seen more Leos and Zatos than I've seen Goldilockses and Rams. Ah, my throat. Anyway, yeah, he just exists. I can say that his theme song is pretty good. Kiss of Death is pretty good, but that's kind of it. I'll see in the future how he turns out. Ah, Chaos. Top 5 easily. He only had one minor issue. His gameplay being, well, Season 1/2 gameplay being basically just Justice with a gun. They nerfed it, unfortunately. Fortunately, they nerfed the crap out of it. So now, while you can't do that, you're mostly going to be in mid to close range, mixing them up, juggling them with weird combos. Which I'm very glad that it did. I love this man a lot. He is the top 5, for fuck's sake. He and Dizzy are the only characters that I actually own merch of. One Dizzy plushie, one Nendroid of Dizzy, and the Chaos plushie that's staring into my soul with his gun. I spent $40 on this plushie. Worth it. Anyway, back to Chaos. Personality is fantastic. He's just such a weird, like, a thing that I think he and funnily enough Delilah do is that their voice actors capture different parts of the character. Japanese is like very calm, playful, doesn't really give a shit about what's happening. It's just there for fun. While the English one makes them look like it's about to snap in any second. Gonna just shoot you in the face. They both sound really good. Good. Design's really good as well. I especially love the fucking glasses on him. And the fact that this man discovered and is basically the strongest magic user in the world and decides to just use guns. Not even just that. One of his guns, the Moonblade, I believe it's called. Moonblade. Oh no. Moonblade is... He has one Moonblade, which is like this super... Has this super strong insta-kill Glock. Revolver, actually. Yet he uses the replica because it's funnier. Makes sense? And he's a reality warper who just plays the game like he's on Gmod. I love this man so much. His theme song is one of the best in the series with Drift. I especially also love the heart symbol on him. That heart with the human teeth and the cross? It looks really good. Oh, and the fact that he stole a jacket. Love this man. And the fact that he has more potential to be weirder in the future is very interesting. I hope that like he's a recurring character that has like drastically different playstyles. Like now he's a gun character. Next game, rushdown sword character. And in like the true final Guilty Gear, all out gun. No, all out magic. How the fuck do you make a better version of Batman? How? All I can say this. The Strive Batman has slightly shittier personality and the theme song. And when I mean slightly, I mean like 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. Yes, I can say that. Because it's implied that Batman is still somewhere in there, or Romeo is in there. What else? Yeah, and the fact it's like stuff like it lifting Delilah up and it focusing on one of its eye with its one eye. It desperately just beating the opponent with its busted up circuitry. And it's what was it? Yeah, one of its taunts where it just grabbed its victory and its taunt where it grabs. No, it was victory. Where it grabs Delilah, puts her to bed, and is like, oh, yeah, I can go to sleep. It's just so cool and cute. The gameplay is what's really at. I had a few minor nitpicks with Exard Batman, particularly with Air Dash. Specifically, why couldn't I cancel? I could only cancel jumping punch, kick, and slash, but not heavy slash or dust. I am glad that they made all of his air normals air dash cancel, because it creates so many just bizarre setups, like air dash backwards jumping slash, jumping backwards jumping slash, jumping H cancel into jumping dust, just air dash down into slash. 2K mix-up. There's so much shit we can do with the air dash, and the error mechanic is it's a really cool way, really cool, like, reinvention of Batman's old mechanic. How do you reincorporate Deja Vu? Make it use its busted up circuitry. Whenever it does its projectile, its spin attack, or it hitting the opponent so hard with its arm they explode, it stocks an error that you can either naturally let it come out after 3 seconds, activate it manually, delay it, or spend 50 meters to overclock it and basically win the neutral game for free. That error mechanic, due to it being autonomous, lets you do so much shit with your own block strings, like, I don't know, jumping H into jumping dust, air dash down, close slash, let the spin error come out while you're charging up malfunction. there's so much creativity that you can do. The skill ceiling on Strive Batman is off the roof. Just how stupid you can be. You can play optimally. No, wait. There is no optimization with Batman. It's optimize on the fly or die. I love it so bloody much. I think he might be like my favorite character out of this entire series. My autism picked a good character. Yay. Yeah. Speaking of Delilah. Yeah, bottom of S. I hope she becomes playable in one of the games. Please. Yes. For now, I shockingly ended up liking her. Probably due to the fact that I signed a contract that makes me legally not hate Delilah since I made Batman. Anyway, I love the design. Especially the fucking up vote rather than Batman's down vote. I love the personality. Same thing with Chaos's voice lines, where it's like in Japanese, she sounds just dead inside tired. She just wants to go to bed, while still being somewhat worried. While in English, they make her sound more childish, which makes sense, despite her having at the bare minimum 200 IQ. She's still a child. She hates the fact that she throws emotional tantrums, but she can't help it. With two of my personal favorites being her winning against Viking, which is like, hey, I can pick dinner now, and that means we're eating donuts. Or her win quote against Sin basically being, I'll do your homework, just give me your ice cream. She has so much potential to be really good, but they knocked it out of the park, at least for now. I guess a minor issue is that her lines against Chaos are kind of cringe. Like, I get it, Chaos technically killed her brother. They're due to him manipulating Ariel's do it, but like, I don't know, they just sound kind of cringe. They do make sense, but no. Overall, I want Delilah to be playable. Please do it, Arxis, or else I'm mailing myself in a barrel and bombing your house. Or your headquarters. I will mail myself in a barrel and bomb your headquarters. Asuka! A character that I didn't hold back on. I'd say, yeah, higher than DB. Oh, and Zappa's higher than Jacko. Yeah, Asuka's amazing. The man... Okay, personality-wise, pretty good. But this super... I'm gonna just be blunt. Super autistic man. Incredibly smart, but has dog shit people skills. Like me. Hey, gameplay, one of the weirdest and considered by a lot of people to be the hardest in the franchise, funnily enough. Mostly because you have to memorize so much shit and be careful with so much shit. This projectile, he has 3 decks of cards. 3 decks. 1 in projectiles, 1 in weird mix-ups, 1 for pressure/gimmicks. He has a mana gauge which you have to keep an eye on because it has 3 versions. One that's slow but costs nothing, one that costs meter and it's decently fast, and the third one being the fastest but costing your own health. Interesting. Continue. Oh, and if you actually lose if you lose the mana, you go from being the tankiest character to being frailer than shit. Because every character has like different armor value / defense modifier and their own personal personal damage scaling with guts. Asuka with mana has 0.75, which is like the lowest in the franchise, but also 0 guts, meaning that if you break the mana, he's dead. Dead. Finito. Someone I think once did a 890 combo on him with Soul, I think. But yeah, I love this man a lot. His design's really good, where it's like... So a weird, I think, theory is that it's somewhat implied that all the versions of Asuka you've seen are the same. It's just the fact that he was body hopping a lot. Because in his wiki, it says his blood type, AB, for the 5th time. Sure, that works. Works. I love this man so bloody much. Please. And they finally made him playable after 27 years, give or take. 25 at worst, 27. No, 25 at best, 27 at worst. There's. Yeah. I don't fucking know about Unica. She hasn't even released. As of recording, she hasn't. They've somewhat teased the anime. Maybe with the intro and the ending thing being open. I don't know how she plays. The best someone said was, they look like you. They look like Justice because they had the same eyes. That's it. Okay, so weird thing. I think the more I think about Lucy being in this game, the more it actually kind of, the more and more I kind of like it because she's a walking contradiction. Nearly every single character in the series uses some form of magic. Even the gun, except for maybe Chaos, they also use magic. She is from Cyberpunk, a game slash anime where body modification with cybernetics is the norm. And let me remind you, Guilty Gear doesn't use our technology. If I remember correctly, the entire game is basically a what. If I remember correctly, Guilty Gear is just a what-if scenario if Y2K actually happened. And so her being in the game is kind of a giant contradiction since the only real like black technology users are Potemkin and Zep. That's it. Everywhere else is magic or magic adjacent. So it's interesting that you add a character that's literally just a walking fucking black, like a black technology weapon. Yeah. Oh, and also it's better than Ragna, but that's mostly the fact that he'll literally just be Soul with chip health. If you're gonna add a character from BlazBlue, add someone like Hazama, who's way more gimmickier. Hazama, Terumi, Susanoo. Or how about something even more batshit crazy? Add Light Chi for a weirder stance character. Arakune, could work, but since he's such a complicated mess, you'll probably have to invent a new difficulty for him. Or Carl Aurelius for new puppeteer styles. We only have one puppeteer. Why not add Carl Aurelius as a different style of puppeteering? Hell, you can add Tager as a different style of grappling. Basically, hell, you can even add Jin. Jin has more gimmicks than Ragna. No, really. His main mechanic is freezing and being the only character in there who can basically EX his specials. Add any of them, not Ragna. Yeah, he's the main character, but like, he'd be like the least interesting one to me. That's every. Fuck you. Okay, so a few things. I'm gonna be referring to Bridget as a Fae. Why? Because from what I've gathered, it's like another poison situation where it's like in Japan they're a boy, overseas they're a girl, and the developer is just gonna be swapping between them. Like, yeah, now Daisuke is saying, oh, they're a trans girl. Yeah, give him like a few extra years and he'll probably just say, they're a boy now. And then next year, they're a boy in Japan, trans girl here, okay? Just give him time. I'll probably be right. And secondly, I don't like either version of Bridget. At all. They do both have like pros and cons, but they both have a lot of the same cons that I can't really bump up higher to me. So I'm gonna start with the Strive exclusive theory. Her story, in practice. In theory, I think it would actually be really good if they've done something interesting with it. Because the two main problems I have with Bridget's story in Strive are it feels rushed, and it also kind of feels hollow. Like, it doesn't feel like it's Bridget finally discovering who they are as a person. It's more of a cop-out answer. Just like, fuck it, you're now a girl. Girl, I don't care. Girl. it feels stupidly rough, like they were just like speeding through this just so they can just like speeding through all of this really important shit. I feel like they could have just, if they like stuck to the original, which is like them, like Bridget discovering their own version of what it means to be a man while wearing the dress. It's interesting. It's cool. What's manlier? Beating the shit out of people while being comfortable in your own skin. That's pretty interesting. Cool. But they made it a generic coming out of your egg story? Really? In fact, I feel like they could take advantage of one of its weaknesses being crushed and have it end with it implying that they're gonna transition, but make it just enough where it's like up to you. You can have it end with like, Bridget, calm the fuck down. You can have it end like Kai saying, Bridget, calm down. I know. No, coming out of this is gonna be insane, but really think. Like, yeah, I did come out as a gear to the entire people and they loved me still. But that took time. You need to think, are you really sure / ready for it? Are you sure that you want to transition? Do that, because it felt like in Strive's story, they were just like zooming right towards like, yeah, I'm a girl now. Like, no thinking, you can imply it. Hell, you can even do something better. Keep the original story, but hint that this Bridget is their twin. Because apparently people forget that Bridget is a twin. In fact, that's the main reason why they had the cross-dress. Yes, it was either cross-dress or get executed. Whoop. And making them trans was probably not a smart idea. Yeah, for that. Like, the retcon is not that good to me. Okay. Second issue, Strive theme song. It's and plus our theme song technically, because they both share a lot of the same issues. Well, the same issue, which is that why would I listen to Town Inside More Simple Life when Liquid Bard and Drunk / Just Lean, The Circle, Good Manners and Customs, Bloodstained Lineage / Like a Weed Naturally, Solitude That Asks for Nothing in Return / A Tent for Myself. Holy Orders to Just Be Dead and Roar of the Spark Exists. They're outclassed, but a thing that Strive suffers from, or her theme song, is that compared to the other songs, Aisha sounds hollow. Like, the entire song sounds like a very, like she changed herself to hide. Like, she's like, I'm a transition. It feels hollow in a way. The more I listen to it, I'm like, compared to the rest of them sound happy. Or they have actually found themselves. May sounds happy, Dizzy sounds happy, Jacko sounds happy, Millie and Ramatos sound like they finally discovered who they are. Bridget sounds hollow. Like, really hollow inside. Like, they found themselves, but it doesn't feel right. But now for the 3 universal ones, which probably is gonna piss some people off already. 1, I don't like either design at all. No, I'd say Strive is slightly better than Plus R, but it's not by much. I like the fact that they hint that Strive Village is actually trans by making the hoodie into the trans flag. I like that. Plus R's looks okay. They're not that good. Gameplay. Plus R easily takes the cake, but it's not by much, and that's because it is so weak. The problem was, like, it's, in theory, I like it, but in practice, it is so goddamn weak. None of the reward feels impactful. In fact, I know it's not impactful because a lot of the bridges that I have fought don't go for the mix-ups. They go for the optimal, which is running away. In Guilty Gear, that is a very bad idea because Guilty Gear is one of the few, if not only ones that I know, that actively punishes you for playing like a coward. It's one of those games like, oh, you're playing like a coward? Give me all of your bar right the fuck now. What else? Yeah, time for the actually biggest. Well, try first. Gameplay-wise, not as good as Plus R, because it's just basically a better Milia. Yeah, the rolling movement can be interesting, but like, it's okay. Biggest problem: both personalities suck. Strive Bridget is, put it bluntly, annoying. They keep like going, look at me, look at me, look at how adorable I am. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Like, it gets really annoying. Plus R is the opposite issue. They are fucking boring in Plus R. Or, or they are disgustingly boring, and like, I feel like both versions suffer from the fact that they focus too much on the story. Like, to me, fighting game stories are like the balancing act. You need to have enough so the character is interesting, but don't focus on it too much, or else everything else might suffer. For, like, I guess an example would already be like Zappa. His story isn't necessarily amazing, but everything else is really good. His design's pretty. His design's a fucking JoJo character. His gameplay is interesting as hell. 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 His personality is a nice contradiction. The fact that he's just a normal man, but he's just a man who wants to live a normal life, but is possessed by a shit ton of ghosts. And his theme song's pretty good, but that usually doesn't matter as well. The main three are design, character, and design, personality, and gameplay. Because if you are actually playing these games, like, well, like I have, then story is out the window. Character, gameplay, and design are in, and to me, Bridget just fails miserably. Both suck as characters. A shame too, because I actually do like Plus R's story about them finding their own version of what being a man is. It just, both characters feel lifeless. Well, I have just signed myself to being executed. But before executing me, can I do a few things? One, can I finish Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2 on my PS2? And two, can I watch Shigechi versus Mahito before I Mahito? Yeah, Shigechi versus Mahito before I die? It's gonna be live in about a few hours. Can I watch it before you kill me? Sure. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's my entire tier list. I'm not gonna be talking about these fuckers, because they don't really matter. Ugh. Anyway, I'm gonna go try and finish Digital Devil Saga and watch Shigechi versus Mahito later. See ya.